Alright. Welcome back to Pyre, y'all. I'm about to continue our journey. Listen to my voice read through some dialogue. Hope it doesn't bug you too much. Come down, you find Hedwyn and Jordario assessing the current situation with the minstrel. Are you most certain? Aye, madam. I make no claim the journey shall be pleasant, but it is necessary. Hedwyn motions to you as they continue talking. Seems we'll have some work to do once we arrive in the flagging lands. Let's get going, soon as you're ready. Sooner we get there, sooner we can leave. Right, off to the flagging lands. Looks like we need a consent. The Flagging Hands region has an impressive air about it. There has to be a path forward. The Flagging Hand region proves as dismal as Jordario indicated. The air is thick and foul. How far to the pit of Milithe? I think it's Milithe. According to the stars, the next rite shall soon commence here. A fetid den in which the witch Milithe sealed the physical form of Yislach Astralborn. All the way across the marshlands on the coast. Reader, would you join me in the wagon for a moment? We have matters to discuss. Jordario and Hedwyn exchange looks, then she turns to you. Go see what he wants. Ooh, look at that Orby thing. Thank you for your time, reader. I have something for you, on behalf of my client. Before you is an artifact called the Beyonder Crystal. An ancient artifact connected to the rites. Should the reader manage, in your eyes, present the crystal only then. Message to the lone minstrel. You observe a shimmering crystal of some sort beside the Book of Rites. As you summarize, the triumvirates you are to confront during the rite shall stop at nothing to prevail against you. They have prepared for this for quite some time. The Beyonder Crystal may help ensure that you are well prepared in turn. It is a resource now at your disposal to be used at your discretion. Gaze upon it, and you shall see what I mean. Henceforth, you may now use the Beyonder Crystal. You look upon the shimmering surface of the Beyonder Crystal. Some of your senses fail, though you retain a hold over your consciousness. Hold on one second. There we go. An apparition appears before you, clad in the raiments of the rites, but incorporeal. I sense that you are not a total idiot. She reaches for the clasps on her mask. So the Nightwings have returned. Oh, but where are my manners? You must be their lovely reader. Please, call me Sandra. She's a wraith, expelled for eternity within the Beyonder Crystal, and bound to serve the rites. We met briefly before, when you first beheld the book, when you were stuck inside of it. I was among the phantoms your companions banished there, no doubt stroking their egos. You listen well enough to that damned voice. Now I suggest you listen well to me. Describe within the book. It calls to you during the rites, and it reminds you of your exile. Yeah, he's kind of a dick. I am bound in servitude, good God, to you, along with any idiots whose freedoms happen to be intertwined with yours. I know the rites better than anyone. I soon can whip you into shape, but if you but take advantage of my services. First, I offer scribe trials to those friends of yours. If they can pass, it shall be worth their while and yours. Send your series of special challenges, custom-tailored for each of your fellow exiles. Secondly, my Beyonders and I avail ourselves for practice rites, should you be so inclined. A special triumvirate, banished for eternity and trapped within the rites, led by a wraith called Sandra, the Unseen. Or you could always come and chat, and briefly free me from an eternity of boredom. You have invoked Sandra, the Beyonder Crystal. What do you wish to do? What's on her mind? I do appreciate the effort to make small talk with me, reader. Anything to break from the monotony of staring at the void within this place. Not that I could see if I tried. She laughs at this, or maybe at herself. Certainly I would make talk with my fellow Beyonders trapped here as they are with me. You might expect that we would all keep each other company. There's just one problem there, however. We are all sick of one another. She laughs again, perhaps not at her joke, but instead at her predicament. I do exaggerate to some extent, but there is a certain truth in this. We have been stuck together long enough that we have grown more distant rather than more close. But I had best not wear out my welcome with the likes of you, as I have long since done with all the others here. So carry on for now, and if these fools with whom you travel learn something, come bring them forth to me, and I shall see to it that they learn some more. Indeed, it looks as though one of those failures of yours is ready for a lesson in pain. I think it's just Ruki. Yep, just Ruki. Equipping Ruki with the talisman from your card. Oh, yeah. Is that dude? Take your ashen coal. Pop it on my boy. Ask Sandra to administer one of her special trials for Ruki. What, the loudmouth cur? Well, I suppose that he is ready, technically, though I have a litany of reservations about him. But let us bring him forth. Soon Ruki appears in heat of the summons. Sister? Why are you looking at me like that? Alright, what's the big idea, huh? This some kind of trick you're playing, sister? The apparition Sandra then appears and unfastens her mask. Shut your snout and listen well, cur. You answer to me here. What? Your mouth runs quicker than those stubby little paws. You have much to learn if you have any intent to prevail in the rights. Let us see how you fare without the benefit of your trusted comrades, save for your lovely reader. I guess it's you and me then, huh, sister? Wherever you are. Oh, snap. Glory dive. Oh. Oh, no. Oh. Oh, I can't walk through those runes. Oh! It's going for the fling. Oh! That damn dippy dive. Ah, damn. Oh, I keep forgetting about the runes. Got it. Oh, damn it. There we go. This is how we do it, right, sister? It is, and you acknowledge likewise that you did not do it on your own, despite having to face my demon friends all by yourself. You passed my test, Kerr. Congratulations are in order, both to you and to your lovely reader. Now farewell. All reckon here, save demons such as you. That Sandra kind of gives me the shakes, know what I mean, sister? Hey, what's that you got? You receive Jomer's fame for completing Ruki's trial. Oh, that's cool. Gotta take that. Give me back your ash. Coal. Time to continue our journey. You find everyone is feeling rather miserable. You sense just being in flagging hands eats away at one's spirit. Only the Imp Tizo seems unaffected. Most of your fellow exiles lost -1 hope. A moment, reader. There are several courses we may take through flagging hands. If you choose to prolong your stay, it may be worth your while. However, your companion's spirits shall likely suffer more. The south route through Flagging Lane crosses the seasonal to plains. Should I improve a talisman? Or get a valuable item? I'm not super worried about losing hope. I'm gonna improve an item. I think I wanna help that Kerfang that Tizo's wearing. The south route through Flagging Lands is bleakness and decay. No one speaks, yet you sense despair encroaching on the minds of your companions. Only Tizo seems unaffected. Most of it, yep. Later you accompany the lone minstrel in pursuit of what you came to find. The bog dwellers of the Flagging Lands are some of the only creatures that can stand it here, and even they, just barely. This particular region is the agricultural heart of the area, but as you see there's little left to harvest, perhaps, though you can help them plant a stronger crop. The lone minstrel leads you to a sad little patch of mud. He leads down and speaks into the earth. Hail, O bog dweller, I have brought to you a reader. Please tell her what you need. Some sort of creature shambles forth. With broken hands, it points to you in a collection of foul seeds and simple garden tools. It is work familiar to you, and to your surprise, the soil is rich and fertile. Grains and other crops could grow. The planting job proves simple enough. It's almost a relief from all your travels. It is a modest effort on your part, yet the bog dweller seems elated, as much can be said of such a creature, and insists on paying you for your assistance. You receive a dash of stardust. Cool. I think we're here for the next rite. By the time you reach the pit of Millith, everyone besides the Imp Tizo seems to be feeling even worse than before. You sense their desire to leave this place as soon as possible. So we lost like 3 hope that time. Page revealed, the Emperor's collapse. Let's see who wants to talk. Drodariel. You sense Drodariel still gaze well before you turn to her. Reader, rummaging about the wagon once again. Tell me something, now that you are here. Look at me. Are you afraid of me? You consider the question. You have never met someone like her, but you do know something of what happens to those who remain in the downside for many years. Yeah, she can be kind of intense. That's true. You tell her in a careful way that you have done your best thus far to not cross paths with her, and wish to stay in her good graces. Indeed, it is comforting to know that my mere presence instills fear. One day, perhaps, you too shall grow some horns, if you survive this place. That day shall put the fear you feel in some perspective. Now then, I shall go make my rounds. She walks away. You feel the floor of the wagon shake with her step. Oops. And Tridariel's got, like, no hope. It was not long before the Empire began to crumble. With my liege gone, his own country quickly turned upon itself. I must admit that this collapse had started long before the Emperor's disappearance. His decision to give chase after a myth but hastened the inevitable. All the while, the rope collar stood by, awaiting such a time as he could rule in my liege's stead. He would be our people's savior. His first charge was to organize a search for the missing Solemur. Warriors, pathfinders, and scholars heard the call and prepared to seek him out. Go to the slug market. Oh, hey you guys, you know, this place, a lot of folks, but not a lot of customers, know what I mean? So have a look around. Gotta buy some stardust. That would have been nice, but that's okay. Cool, I got that right up. Nice. Okay, cool. Tell all your friends about us, because I already told mine. Alright, time to commence the rite. I'm gonna bring in Tizo. As you make preparations for the coming rite, you wonder if the stars above will even be visible through the dense fog hanging over the pit of Millith. Then, Tizo says some stuff. Tizo seems to be very concerned by something in the vicinity. The little imp disappears in a hurry. Oh, is Tizo alright? He was so frightened. He was not frightened, he was issuing a warning. Silence, everyone. Take cover. Tridariel makes quick note of several hiding places among the nearby crags and rotted huts. You wait. Something about the place dampens your senses. All you feel is a creeping dread. Then, from the shadows, a writhing shape slides forward, its hulking form draped in raiments. The shape stops. Slowly it heads towards... Its head turns from one of you to the next, each in turn. Wise of ye to hide yourself from us, little nightwings. Ye trespass on the resting place of the Astral-born. We shall see ye when the stars muster the courage to illuminate this place. The creature vanishes into the dark. After time, your companions reconvene. That was a bog crone. Serpentine creatures native to the Commonwealth's southern bogs, widely feared. Though formerly part of the Commonwealth, the bog crones tend to keep to themselves. Indeed, that was the witch Unmildy of the Withdrawn. She's an ancient witch with an unhealthy obsession for Yeeslach, the astral-born monstrosity. Bog dwellers compelled by sinister forces rather than by freedom. Ooh. I like this song, though. It's pretty dope. Tizo makes clear he has no love of Unmilde. Although the rites dictate she cannot harm you bodily, with her, best not to take unnecessary chances. Well, we'll take what chances we can get in all of this. Everyone, it's time. Your fellow exiles gain enlightenment after each rite, whether they prevail or not. The only failure is to stray from the path.
Why, you made it, reader. Made it all the way to the detestable pit of Millith. In doing so, of course, you have disturbed your ancient adversaries, the Withdrawn. The deranged witch who leads them has big plans in store, should she prevail in all this. Now, as you know, I normally would wish you a shameful defeat. But in this case, I wish you a little bit of luck.
Damn. Apparently these guys are enough of a prick that he doesn't even like them. The crone Unmilde sees your companions gathered by their pyre. A little flame that shall never warm ye here, much less survive the night. Hear us, ye slash. A monstrosity described in myths and ballads. Though slain by the 8 scribes, even in death the Astralborn yet feeds upon our world, unsated by its own, the scribe Luscolarian. May the Nightwings suffer. Rookie trots forward from your ranks. Listen here, you old bag. You don't scare any of us one bit, you or your buddy E-Slash. Now, we doing this or what? The question hangs in the air for longer than is comfortable. It does seem to have drawn Umilde's attention, however. Rookie begins to squirm a bit. Then Umilde moves her slender fingers to her mask. Foolish Slash shall grow, Yar shall grow, Yar shall grow. He shall consume ye ere your little flame has died. That we shall ensure. Umilde slides off towards her followers. Rookie remains motionless for a time. Whoops.
Now let us begin.
Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and get Tizo since he's the only one not affected by hope. I'm bringing Jordariel. What she got? And I can't help but want to bring in Rookie because he's the man.
It is done.
You don't suppose that crown's got it out for me, do you? No matter where ye go, E-Slash shall find ye and devour ye. Sounds like she might be a little pissed, Rook.
Begin. The orb slips from your clutches.
Rookie's in, baby. Oh no, dropped it. Oh. Oh, Tizo! Oh, we're not gonna come back in time. Oh, he's gonna toss it?
The orbs engulfed.
He's still got like 20 for that. Damn.
Tis too close to call who shall prevail as yet. Beauteous.
Rookie's my boy.
Let's see you Nightwings keep this up.
Oh, that's right, he implodes. I forgot!
Udmilda casts herself into the fire. The Nightwings seem to be falling behind.
Oh, damn. Excuse me?
That one almost got through.
Shit, Tizo's coming. Got him.
No sign of the withdrawn for now. Their pyre sputters. The Nightwing's pyre burns brighter for now.
Oh, shit. Got it. Alright. Lifeblood of Ishlash, it flows within this lair, and beneath this world. His lifeblood shall engulf ye in such blackness and despair. Aw, you're talking in rhymes?
The witch invokes a profane name, shan't repeat. Best beware her foul sorceries.
No, Rookie got it. Get out of here.
The
Nightwings!
Meanwhile, their adversaries wallow in defeat. The right is done.
Tizo praises everyone's courage against Umilde and the Withdrawn. It would seem our adversaries failed to unnerve us. See, those bog dwellers, they're just a bunch of hissy talk. Ye slash, we have failed thee, and the deed shall be repaid in blood. As for ye fools, ye shall be consumed, and everything around ye, from the soil to the stars, ye shall see. Nah, dog.
Boundless are the teachings of the scribes.
Oh, look, some focus, training, prowess, the path towards survival on the blood border. These rites make similar demands of us. Let's see, so... Damn, make her aura even bigger? Oh! I'm gonna just make her give us awesome stuff.
The stars align.
Yes, that was the most intense rites we've done so far. I actually got scored on more than, like, once. Having defeated the Withdrawn in a convincing manner, you and the others have some moment to recover from the ordeal in the relative safety of the Black Wagon. So, when can we get out of here? What, Greentail? Had enough of Udmilde's hospitality for the time? Oh, Jody, yeah, thanks, I'm good. The reader and the stars will point the way as ever. It's just, so far we've kept on going north. If that's the case again this time... The sea of spoils spread north and west from here, for untold leagues. I shall not tell you when last a vessel dared sail those waters. Tizo asserts himself during the conversation. What is the matter, little one? Tizo is trying to get you to come look at something outside of the wagon. Reader, please go see what he wants. You excuse yourself and follow the imp into the dark for the night. You find Ray and the lone minstrel already gazing up at the stars. Can you not read the stars yourself then, Mr. Minstrel? I fear it is not so simple as matters of can or cannot when it comes to me, Ray. We shall see what the reader has to say, for this is her charge. And here she is, in fact. Thank you for fetching her, Tizo. Skariha. Tizo's happy to have obliged the lone minstrel. Reader, it would seem the skies have cleared to some extent. Please look upon the stars and see where they compel us to go next. We must seek now our destination. Yep. Oris. The Azure Star. The Azure Star burns bright over the ruins of a lost frigate in the Sea of Soils. The rights beckon you still further north, towards the middle of the Sea of Solace. Not Soils, Solace. An impassable oceanic expanse pockmarked by crude little islets. Attempts to sail across the drowned sea do not usually turn out so well. That's not good. You're joking, right, sister? Does the reader seem the joking type to you, Greentail? We do not argue with the stars. You talk like we can just go ride right out into the water. Pardon my interruption, though. Perhaps we can. Say what? My client, Sandalwood. He has a way of anticipating such eventualities. West of here lies a place called Big Birchutes. The proprietor is an old companion of his. She may be able to assist us. A small bog dweller outpost at the edge of the sea. All sorts of contraband used to come through here. Some of it fatal if touched or inhaled. Hedwyn smiles return. That sounds like our best shot right now. Let's pack it up and move as soon as possible. Who wants to talk? The minstrel does. Greetings, reader. It is good that you are here, for there is something that I wish to tell you privately. Do you have a moment? I shall not keep you long, though I know your time is precious. Of course. You bid him to continue and make clear your interest in whatever he has to say. Very well, and thank you for your time. And I shall further note, matters that pertain directly to the rites I must reveal to you alone, for thus I am obliged. In any case, when you confronted the withdrawn, in which Udmilde, you might recall she intended to invoke a certain name. Yislash, the Astralborn. I hesitate to say it even now. You would be forgiven if you took the ravings of Umilde for mere nonsense. However, her words, as it turns out, ring with a certain truth. Before the union of the 8 scribes, when first they found themselves here in the downside, this land was even less hospitable than it, if that can be believed. It was ruled over by the greater titans. The one called Yislash was the eldest and most fearsome of the lot. Colossal monsters that once roamed the downside. The scribes together slew them one by one, and through this forged their bonds. Just the same, the scribes managed to defeat it. They later used Yislash's own hide and ichor to bind the Book of Rites. However, Yislash did not truly die, for by some accounts it seems to be incapable of death. The creature is regenerating, even now, though very, very slowly. Its vow is to devour this land and everything in it. Only then can it return unto whatever plane that banished it to ours. So, in a way, it is in exile just like you. If ever should the creature be reborn, it shall be many ages hence, thus the ravings of Umilde are more or less inconsequential for a while. Yet the history of Yislash is exorbitantly linked to the rites and therefore must be known. I trust your research of the book shall lead you to discover more in time. I hope all of this is some reassurance, and now I leave you to your more immediate concerns. I shall go check to see how everyone is faring at this time. He heads out into the evening, bidding you a good rest of the evening. Alright. Onward we go. Go over to Big Birchroot's. This is the place. Let us go to see my client's companion as soon as you are ready. Big Birchroot is a sickly gathering of bog dwellers who stay within shadows, yet you can feel their eyes surveying everything. The lone minstrel steps forward. Sandalwood sent us. Those words are enough to make the bog dwellers snap to attention. They emerge from the mud and dark and begin inspecting your black wagon with their strange tools. One of the bog dwellers slithers forth. She's larger than the rest and leaves no doubt that she commands the others. Thou speaks the name Sandalwood. We would know his whereabouts. Reveal them to us. Good day to you, Big Birchroot. It is a pleasure to meet you at last, for Sandalwood always spoke highly of you and your handiwork. She is a bog dweller once feared and respected in the Commonwealth for her sorcerous work. He did he? In turn, we know who thou must be. Yet thou speakest of the past. Sandalwood, doth he yet live? Speak plain and quickly. To be quite frank with you, madam, I do not know for certain, for I have been apart from him for some time, carrying out his will. Though I have every faith that Sandalwood, lives. As for his current whereabouts, I understand that he awaits us somewhere near Waking Wood, beyond the waters. Waking Wood's a labyrinth of forests on the western half of Black Basin. Few know their way around it. The path to the sacred Mount Aldui lies far beyond these suffocating woods. We wish to seek him there, though as you can see, our wagon is ill-suited for the task. The one called Birchroot frowns at this, studying the lone minstrel all the while. Indeed, then leave us. Return at dawn. That is all. By your grace, Big Birchroot. The lone minstrel turns away, but Hedwyn stops him. Hold on. Are you sure about this? Leaving the wagon in their care? All should be in accordance with my client's plan. You keep calling Sandalwood your client. He must reward you well. In a manner of speaking, he helped find me a sense of purpose I thought lost. Hedwyn nods at this, then turns to you. Well, my friend, I guess we'll see what happens, right? I'm off to let the others know. You find yourself with time for your vocations, while the bog dwellers go about their business. ways which you can make yourself useful during moments of free time. Let's see. I'm gonna try that. You find a relatively quiet clearing to study the Book of Rites with undivided attention, though greater understanding comes the reader's influence. Attribute bonuses you bestow on all of your fellow exiles who participate in the rites. Its teachings on their wisdom, its author on their prowess. I'll go with hope. You concentrate on the substance of the words and teachings of the Book of Rites, such as you understand them thus far. Inspiration comes to you in a flash, whether from the book or from within, you cannot tell. Nice. Having them respawn quicker will be nice. The lone minstrel finds you early the next day. Reader, it is ready. Please come have a look. The others are already there. Lone minstrel beckons you to come see the wagon. The black wagon appears different now than it did even a day before. The hull is fully sealed and reinforced, and all manner of nautical equipment adorns the port side. Wow. You people seeing this? I'm gonna have a look around. The wagon should be a fit for sea voyage. Let us depart at your earliest convenience. What about Big Bertrude? She then appears as if on cue. Tell that Sandalwood he owes us twice over. If I may, Big Bertrude, you could tell him yourself if you wish to accompany us in our voyage north. Our group would welcome someone of your vast experience. Dare thee make flirtations upon us? No, Enough. But should ye see the Sandalwood, tell him also to come and visit us again. Now be gone from here, and tell no one that we were paid in favors. She slithers off without another word. Soon the lone minstrel breaks the silence. We are fortunate that she assisted us, but we should go, just as she said. I know the navigation controls and shall explain. This is so exciting. I don't know how to swim. Tizo seems to share Ray's enthusiasm for heading out to sea. I'm beginning to feel ill already. My black wagon became seaworthy. Unfortunately, I've pictured juicy knowledge. Alright. Thanks, Big Bertha. Or Bertrude. Whatever the hell your name was. Worm Gulf. You and your companions watch the sea as your wagon rolls over the gentle waves. We've crossed into Worm Gulf. I hope that you are all acclimating well. The tempestuous Sea of Solace lies beyond this death-still body of water. Exiled worms from the Sea Dominion naturally congregate around here. There is no acclimating to these worm-infested waters. We risk everything to sail here. Exiled worms of the Sea Dominion tend to seek out the cold of the downside seas. Known for being reckless and single-minded, they are perfectly suited to fill the Commonwealth's front lines. As long as we follow the cold current, Big Bertrude indicated, we shall be safe. If the next ride is in the middle of the sea, how will our adversaries meet us there? They shall find their way as we find ours. It's all part of the scribe's design. Now, reader, please confirm the next point on our sea journey. We seek the Hulk of Oars. According to the stars... Yeah, it's always... I guess we'll go to Outer Solace. The wagon continues rolling gently across the waves, which seems to you a welcome change of pace after having coming from flagging hands not very long ago. However, Jodariel seems more concerned now than before and paces ceaselessly. When she notices Ruki, she stops him for some questioning. Greentail, how is he doing? Who, Headwind? Oh, he's pretty much the same. Been up all night, retching into the waters if I had to guess. His first time out at sea? his first. She turns to you. Reader, please check on Hedwyn when you have the opportunity. He requires our support, and we require his swift recovery. You wish them a good afternoon as you go check up on the others in the group. Later you find Hedwyn looking out of sorts. Oh, hello my friend. It's just, the sea hasn't been good for me, I guess. It's funny, all this trouble, just to get back to the Commonwealth of all places. Hey, tell me something. What do you miss the most about that place? My book collection. Sure, it was highly illegal, though just the same, you miss having had access to those volumes. You tell him that you miss your book collection most of all, after having taken many pains and risks to put it together. Ha! I figured as much. I bet they burned all your books, didn't they? Those scum. Anyway, I'll be fine, I think. Thank you for checking up on me. You sense he wishes to be alone. There's not much to be done for him now. It appears Hedwyn is too ill to conduct the next rite. That's fine. I'm sorry for my interruption, reader. Please again confirm the next point on our voyage. On to the Sea of Solace. By the scribes, the sea. I didn't know it was so beautiful. Having escaped the waters of Worm Gulf, you can now see what must be the hulk of oars far on the horizon. Not everyone is taken well to the sea voyage, however. Tizo is wondering if Hedwyn is feeling better. He requires further rest, Tizo. All we can do is wish him a swift recovery. Reader, madam, from this point, our voyage must diverge from Bertrude's instructions. Please consult with your companions about which course to take. The Under King's past. Ray believes that the 8 scribes shall bless you here. Oh, I do like doing stuff for my little boy, Tizo. So we're gonna take Tizo's route. See if he can't get some fish. The sea is peaceful for the most part, save for occasional strange shimmerings beneath the surface. You realize the lone minstrel is looking down at them along with you. Those shapes down there, some must be worms of the Sea Dominion. A vast and war-torn undersea regime, home to untold numbers of amphibious worms. Having conquered their waters, the worms clambered onto the Commonwealth shores in search of new wars. I understand they tirelessly fought the Commonwealth's wars, having grown weary of their own. They must make worthy adversaries. Skra! Tizo appears to have spotted something tasty. Tizo dives without warning into the depths below. And there he goes again. That one enjoys being at sea, despite its perils. Eventually the little imp resurfaces, clutching something in its claws. Tizo got a fussy flounder. Nice. You could always sell it. Alright, at our next rite. At last you arrive at the Hulk of Wars. After journeying across the sea, it seems the next rite is to commence here soon, though there is no sign of your next adversaries yet. Cool. Alright, Jodariel's in here. What are these? What's this do? Ding. Reader, a moment of your time. You ask what is on her mind. Hedwyn. He's beginning to recover from his illness. However, its sudden onset serves as a reminder, I believe. I have known Hedwyn since he was a child. Even now, I hesitate to say that he has grown. Nevertheless, there are such things that even I would never say to him directly. For instance, I struggle with his confidence at times. Whether he leads us to our freedom or our doom, I am ambivalent. Speak not a word of this to him. Of course, in case that is unclear, I shall tell him in my own way if and when the time requires. In any case, when time reminds me of his mortal weaknesses, I end up having to consider what should happen should we become separated permanently. She trails off a while. What I mean to say is, you should know that I am fully pledged now to this quest of ours, whether Hedwyn is the one to lead us to its end or not. I have my reasons. One of them is him. I expect the same holds true for you. That is all I wish to say. Take care, reader. She nods and brushes past you towards the door. She really cares for him. Someone else the book writes. The Emperor Solamur knew not of this, of course. His expedition yielded not the treasure he desired, but brought him closer to his country than he had ever been before. As he traveled down the river Scorlion in pursuit of greed, he found instead an inkling of shame. He saw the sunken faces of his people, heard their words for him. In time he could not ignore it, and it proved more than he could bear. The river finally claimed him, his belongings, and his routine. Once the people heard, I understand they cried with joy. Perhaps he ought to have perished, but the mercy shown to him, I think, is what transformed him. Head on over and see Ron. Oh, hey, you guys. Funny running into you out here, right in the middle of the drink. Know what I mean? Not a lot of customers today, so have a look. I'll give you a good deal. Sell our fish. What's that? Like that. Cool. I can afford that one. And a pinch of salt. Oh, a pinch of stardust. I'm actually going to... for the presents. I'm just gonna make her just scary big. Must be our lucky day here, or I don't know what, Dad. Time to commence the rites. Having landed at the Hulk of Ors, you and your fellow exiles now anticipate the hour that the rites are to commence again. What do you think, Tizo? Don't I look like Mr. Hedwin? Cool. Tizo's worried that Hedwin is still feeling unwell. Wait, I think... what's that? A serpentine creature emerges from the water, followed by several others of its kind. You recognize it as a worm of the Sea Dominion. What they are all doing here, you see, is playing by the ritual weightments. The nearest one somehow loosens his mask. Good sirs and good ladies, so it is you that heed the summons to glorious competition against this knight and his brigade. Well then, let us do battle now without delay. More than our freedom is at stake here, but our very honor, and this knight fully intends to reclaim his. I like this guy. Oh, and lest this knight forget, he is called Sir Gilman. He is a once proud knight of the Sea Dominion, on a self-made quest to regain his honor. He salutes you all on behalf of the Pyre until the contest. A triumvirate of worm knights who perceive the rites as great battles to be won. He splashes out of view just as the stars above begin to shimmer with strange light. The glory attribute affects how much damage it's inflict to the... okay. That is good to know.
Relentless, aren't we, reader? Even the vastness of the sea was not enough to thwart your coming here unto the Hulk of Ors. You would be wise not to underestimate your adversaries here, despite their pitiable look. I am, of course, referring to the Pyre. These rites are but another war to them, and that makes you their mortal enemy. I expect your battle to be glorious.
Your fellow exiles are gathered on the rotting deck of the Hulk of Ors. As your adversaries clamber into view, Ruki paws up to them. Say, what are you worms even doing here? Can't you just swim back to the Commonwealth or the Sea Dominion or wherever it is you're from? Ha-ha! An excellent point. It seems then that these adversaries and the rites are clever, wouldn't you say, sire? Did you just get rid of them already, Gilman? As your commanding officer, this knight hereby commands it. Hark! The knight wishes to introduce his noble commander. No worm knight in history has withstood as many frontline battles. Doff your helm, sire, as is our custom. May our adversaries tremble at the sight of you. Sir Gilman attends to his commander's mask, despite his protests. Well, wait! Give this knight his mask! This knight hereby presents to you the great Sir Deluge, a noble visage, is it not? He is a pretty worm knight of the Sea Dominion who somehow survived countless battles. Sir Deluge trembles and squirms. So yes, you can swim or no? Ha! Of course we knights can swim! All knights of the Sea Dominion can. But we are exiles in this land, the same as ye. We can swim, 'tis true, but 'tis summarily impossible to swim back up the river down which we were flushed to end up here. Nay, there's but one way to return. Silence, Gilman. Nobody cares. Back to your post. Sir Gilman hesitates, but does as he is told. This knight knows who you are, Nightwings, and he is not afraid of you. He somehow climbs back into his mask and coils up to his full height. Now, on guard! The exiles of the Worm Trimivarte take their positions as you focus on the Book of Rites. Reader, Hidden's illness means he cannot help us here. He shall be counting on us.
Now we shall get started.
Yeah, I'm gonna bring back in Jody. I'm gonna go ahead and bring in Ray and Ruki, because I just love Ruki.
The choice is cast.
No way these Worm Knight bozos are faster than me. Gilman's status report. What's the enemy's position? They now stand ready to confront us, sire. A very brave Triverite. I don't know how to say that. They seem to this knight's eye. But brave, air-sucking monsters, one and all. Pyre hearts, be ready!
Begin. Well cast. Audacious, aren't we? The first dousing.
Ray's on it. Oh!
Sputters.
That's cool.
Splendid. Ah, yes.
Ray's on it again. MVP. Oh. That was close. Oh. Ooh, those guys are fast.
Fling himself upon the flames.
Gilman, your form is sloppy. Fight them as though your miserable life is on the line. Your words do not wound me, sire. This knight gives every right his very, very best. Though perhaps we do have much to learn from such a brave triumvirate as the one whom we now face. Whose side are you on? Get out there and vanquish them at once! Our adversaries stale and divided. Let us take advantage of the opening.
There seems to be dissension in your adversary's ranks. It is little wonder these fool worm knights are no longer fit to serve the Commonwealth. Yes,
I should take Jody in there.
Into the pyre.
Bam, Ray has put every point on the board.
No more than a lick of flame remains.
Take that.
Tis taken.
Oh, nice catch. Oh, Jody!
And it is done.
Straight up ninja moves. Night Wings!
No match for them.
MVP Ray, though.
Let's end this night's proceedings.
I expected more from Worm Knights of the Sea Dominion. The sea was making me a little queasy, honestly, but we still won! We won! Those worms were quick, alright, but Rookie Greentail's quicker. This knight commends you, noble Nightwings. Gloriously fought indeed, and this knight shall wistfully remember this defeat until the end of his days. Silence, Gilman! This is all your fault now, cavorting with our enemies? How dare you! This knight was but attempting honorary compliments, sire. Is it not in accordance with the rights to praise one's adversaries on a worthy outcome? Well, worthy? This knight will show you worthy, you miserable little minnow. You are a failure, Gilman. Now get away from this knight's sight.
What stirs now in the hearts of all these exiles? Until the next round.
Guy's a dick to Gilman. Gilman's cool. After besting the Pyre Hearts in a divisive victory, you at last return to the wagon with your companions. There's little discussion of the Pyre Hearts, who seem to have already swam off toward wherever next the stars directed them. Instead, your fellow exile's attention turns toward your companion, who is absent from the right. How's Hedwin? The lone minstrel makes a sound, but no words form as yet. Something is troubling him. I urged him to remain bedridden, and he simply would not listen. I'm very sorry, but... Wait, what? Everyone stares at the lone minstrel in stunned silence. The lone minstrel breathes a heavy sigh. But then... Hey, what's with the long faces, everyone? Minstrel, I should bring that neck of yours! As I was attempting to explain, Hedwin was already up and about, despite my having strongly recommended further rest. Those that are unaccustomed to sea voyage and take ill, they are very likely to experience further symptoms if they do not remain bedridden or at least sedentary. Hedwin is running a considerable risk of having spent another night in great discomfort. What are you, a doctor? Nay, although I traveled once with one, extensively. Look, I appreciate your caution and concern, Turk, but I'm pretty well accustomed to discomfort here, and I had to see how things turned out tonight. I haven't had to stay out of a rite like that before. So you're back among the living then, Hedwin. I was just seasick. Nevertheless, your full recovery requires rest. I think we could all use some rest after tonight. Anyway, thank you everyone for your concern, and I'm sorry that I worried you or caused you further burden. He turns to you. My friend, what do you say we figure out where to go next? I'm beginning to miss being on solid ground. You follow him outside where the night sky awaits. Hey, I wanted to thank you for conducting the rite back there without me being there. I could rest easy knowing you and the others would get through it. Anyway, I'll leave you to your reading. Can't begin to imagine where we'll be off to next. We'll be well past anywhere in the downside I've ever been. Even Jody hasn't gone this far. He bids you a good evening, and as you turn your attention back to the sky. The stars shine down upon me. Probably heading further north. Yep, here we go. Tricidia. Trista, and the Silver Star. The Silver Star burns bright over the fissured lands of Black Basin. Still further north, then. Not simply north. This shall prove difficult. What's the problem? Our destination is beyond the Deathless Tempest. A vessel such as ours has little hope of traversing it intact. A tempest raging in the Sea of Solace, seemingly for all eternity. The storm that arose from the death of the sea titan Unfathomed Parloons never has entirely subsided. Can't we go around it? Given our confrontation with the Pyre Hearts, our chances back in worm-held waters would be even worse. Come on, people. It'll just be another day in Downside. Go get yourself some sleep while we still can. Bet you'll feel better in the morning. Your optimism is infectious. Isn't it? You all concur that rest is in order, for the sea journey has been taxing to everyone. Come daybreak, you shall have to find a way to sail past the Deathless Tempest. Let's go chit-chat. That's Tizo. What's up, little Tizo? Tizo has been in a rather cheerful mood since being out at sea and seems pleased to see you. Tizo's grateful at having had the opportunity to catch a fish for old time's sake. Tizo's asking you if you want to know why he loves fishing so much. You sense his inquiry is rhetorical in nature, so you anticipate his response. Walk! Tizo loves catching fish because he hates them, and everything they stand for. He has devoted his life to the eradication of their kind, ever since they killed his family? He's on the verge of tears, though as far as you're aware, Emps cannot cry. Then he leers at you, eyes wide, expecting a response. It seems he told you a joke. I'm gonna laugh heartily. You muster your best belly laugh following Tizo's joke. He stares at you sidelong for a moment. Tizo admits the real reason he loves catching fish is because Falcon Ron pays a lot of soul for them. He snickers back at you and bounces off. Nice. Give him some hope. I like how these will tell you. Helping Ray with something. Yeah, of course he was fixing something with Ruki. Stretching his legs. Alright, so I think I'm going to go ahead and end this second part of the Pyre playthrough here. Made some good progress. Not lost a right so far, so it's looking good for our exiles. As far as I know, even if you lose, the story continues, and it just kind of adapts to that, so maybe we'll get to see that, or maybe we'll be super badass and make it all the way without ever losing. Either way, I want to thank you all for stopping by. I do appreciate it if you're watching it now, or later on. It's really cool. If you like what I'm doing, please like, comment, or subscribe. All that other stuff that every other single YouTuber will tell you to do. And as always, keep being beautiful, people. We'll see y'all later. Bye.